It's just after 1 o'clock on the 12th of the 11th, 2011 in Sheffield. This is who I am, and that's what I do. There's no carnivals tomorrow, but I'm hoping we can have some creative adventures anyway. I wanted to do this to be part of a wider social documentary, but also because I live quite a surreal life. But as it goes on, I'm discovering that I may learn more about the process of film. So far I've discovered that I need a tripod, which I haven't got, so I'm using an easel instead. Good artists should be able to improvise. This is what's normally on the easel. I'm just showing you. This is a painting that I've been working on and off for a year, a self-portrait. I'm not showing you all of it because it's not finished. I've also learned that I've developed an obsession about lighting, and my house is really dark. So I'm improvising for now with an IKEA spotlight, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow with the daylight. I'm off to bed now to get my beauty sleep, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Morning. This is a view from my window, from my bedroom. This is what I wake up to in the morning. It's not a bad day for Britain in a day. What a glorious day. I've spent quite a long time looking at this view this year. Having spent quite a bit of time in bed with back problems and had surgery in the summer. It could have been a lot worse. There's a lot worse things to look at. We'll go out and look at the garden in a bit in more detail.
This is my garden, and that's the Nanny Picton arch commemorating my grandma. I love my garden. Strictly speaking, it's not my garden because I rent this property, but I've lived here for nearly 11 years, so I think of it as mine. It's really peaceful, and it's a sanctuary in the summer. There are a lot of hard work. You wouldn't think, if you listen to the sound, that the city centre is just 10 minutes down the road to the left. I'm going to take you for a little walk up the garden path, so excuse the wobbling while I practice walking with the camera. This first part is the civilised part that I look after. Lots of mowing and hedge cutting to do, and then this takes you up to about halfway up. We've got this marvellous tree that refuses to grow in a straight line. I like it that it grows just straight across the path. And then now we're coming into the wild part, past the tree. All the way up to the end. You can hear the crunching of the leaves under my feet. There are 7 big trees up this end, and I leave this part untamed. You get lots of wildlife in here, foxes, lots of birds, and lots of cats from the local neighbourhood. And then this bit here is clay woods, which isn't really that wide, but it's enough to give the illusion of a forest. I'm going to go to the shop now, and I'm going to go an extra long way so that we can have a look at the woods. I'm just going to give you a little shot of the back of my house so that you can see how long the garden actually is. And here's some mushrooms, some strange mushrooms growing that I've just noticed. It's like the fairies have been. They are a little bit closer. Just want to show you that I've managed to acquire a ladybird on my hat going up the garden. There's been a bit of an invasion of ladybirds in the last few weeks or so. It seems to have attached itself to me as an ornament. If you can just see, I'm taking it out with me on the walk. Okay, this is Clay Woods. This is at the back of my house. This is where I take my friend's greyhound Hector for a walk when he comes to stay for his holidays. It's pretty quiet. You don't see many people except for the odd dog walker. It's a bit of a secret place and part of a wider, longer walk that goes through Norfolk Park and into the town centre. There's a little autumn moment. I love the colours of autumn. Look at that beauty. Glorious. Show you the beautiful leaves. I quite often take pictures of leaves. Okay, the woods lead to the park, and this is the cholera monument. In 1832 there was a cholera outbreak, and this is where people are buried, and it commemorates them. When I first came to Sheffield, it was struck by lightning, and the top bit was knocked off. And it did have some time in disrepair, but it's fully restored now. I can't get a really good shot of it because of the sun. Okay, I stood on the cholera monument now, and I've discovered that it's absolutely covered with ladybirds. The ladybird on my hat must have brought me here. Look at them. All over the place. The view from the cholera monument is one of the best you can get of Sheffield city centre. Right out there in the background you can see Derbyshire, I think. And then this is the city centre. The new tower block in the centre of town. High-rise living. Sheffield University. Okay, come a bit further down the hill so I can get a wider shot in, so I can just about see Sheffield United there. A little bit of a closer pan. And without the tree in the way, you can see further across the city. Down here on this grass, I used to live there, and there used to be 3 tower blocks, Claywood flats. I lived on the 14th floor, looking out over the city. Fantastic view, sunset light. It's pretty good living there. There's a lot to be said for tower block living. It all depends on your neighbours. But the council saw fit to pull them all down. About 900 different properties lost, and now there's a housing shortage. It's a bit of a better view of the cholera monument there. Quick overview of the park. And the approach to the cholera monument. Park Hill Flats, infamous Park Hill Flats. I've got to be quick because there's too many cars going by. I used to work here for 5 years with young people. This is the end of Park Hill Flats that Urban Splash haven't started working on yet. This is the end where there's still social housing tenants, not the very expensive flats to buy. Okay, just beneath me here, we've got a new amphitheatre on Sheffield Station. I'm not sure how a theatre will work out here with all the noise. It's a tram stop. Sheffield Station, city centre, and you can hear the noise from the traffic behind me. Back from the shop, cup of coffee, a rest, cigarette, some crisps, essential day in the life stuff. And now I need to get some puppets into this video somehow, because that's my passion. This is where I discover how difficult it is going to be filming myself on my own and having strings in my hand. So let's see how that goes. This is a narcolee, and she's a long string Rajasthani marionette. Just show you her all the way down. And she was made by Rajasthani puppet master Puran Bhatt, who I trained with in 2008. I'm going to try and show you her moving. Let's see if we can get her to say hello. Pretty tricky. Okay. I can't quite see her there. Wow, it's difficult to operate a puppet and film at the same time. I'm going to show you how I hold her with the strings when I've set the camera up. Right, this is what goes on at the top end. Can't get the puppet in shot at the minute, so I have shoulders, head, hips and chest strings that are all on here. Yep, on the head there's a little knot. Hang on, let's just get that in shot. There's a little knot there, and that's a mark of where that should be on your finger. Okay, and that sits in my hand like that. English marionettes have a wooden attachment, a bar that you can use, but not so the Rajasthani variety. And then the arms are on another string here with a loop that goes on this finger, which are wind round for tautness. And her arm, which you can't see, is just up like that a little bit. The other string goes tied onto this finger, also looped on with a bit of tautness, because her arm should be raised slightly. So this is the position that my hands are in, and now I've got to work out how to turn the video on and off with strings on my hands.